Hello and welcome to this orientation video for the ACT Aspire. My name is Mr. Hermes. I'm the Associate Principal of Curriculum and Instruction, and I serve as the ACT Aspire Testing Coordinator, and I'll be walking you through this video. So what is the ACT Aspire? The ACT Aspire is a national standardized exam that all freshmen and sophomores take as part of our state's assessment requirement. The ACT Aspire is the precursor to the ACT exam, which all students take in their junior year and which serves as the primary entrance exam for most colleges and universities. The ACT Aspire is made up of 5 exams: English, Math, Reading, Science, and Writing. The Aspire will assess your current academic performance in these 5 areas, and its results will give you feedback on where you are at this point in your schooling, how your current performance will project to the ACT exam, and establish some benchmarks for the ACT and college and career readiness. Additionally, the results of the ACT Aspire will give you specific feedback and suggestions for improvement as you move forward. The ACT Aspire is a fully computer-based standardized test, which you will take on your Chromebooks. So on our testing days, you will absolutely need your Chromebooks every day, and they need to come to school fully charged. To our sophomores, you took the ACT Aspire last year, and now we'll take it again this year, along with our freshmen. We will be taking the ACT Aspire on Tuesday, April 17th, Wednesday, April 18th, and Thursday, April 19th. We'll be running a modified late start bell schedule, which is pictured here on the screen. During ACT Aspire testing times, only freshmen and sophomores will be at school. You will be testing within your homeroom groups, and most of you will be testing with your homeroom advisor and in your homeroom classroom. We will get a location schedule and details to you this week and review it again next Monday in homeroom. It's important on these testing days that you are at school. All freshmen and sophomores will take the ACT Aspire. If you miss any of the days or tests, you will be making the missed exam up on your own time following these testing days. So be here. It's also important that you get a good night's sleep before each day and eat a good breakfast each and every morning prior to testing. This is an important test for you and for our school. We have high expectations for each and every one of you and know that you can do it. What I would like to do now is to show you what the actual ACT Aspire exam will look like. Specifically, I want to show you what the welcome and direction screen looks like, some of the testing tools and features that all the exams will have, show you the different types of questions you will encounter, and then talk to you about our practice test resources. So let's get into the exam now, and we'll start with the welcome and direction screen. So when we actually take the ACT Aspire, the beginning screen will look something like this. It'll tell you the type of test that you're going to be taking, how many total questions, and the time that you have allotted. Now this is just a practice test, so these obviously are not the type of number of questions or time that we'll have. But that'll be featured, and then down here are some specific directions for the questions that you're going to answer on this particular test. It'll be important that you take a look at those directions each and every time before you start an exam. When we would be taking the exam, we're going to click here, Start, Start again, and then it's going to get you into an exam question. Okay, I want to begin by just showing you some of the things that you're going to see on all of the different screens when you're taking the test. First of all, you're going to notice here, when you're taking the exam, it'll tell you what, again, the type it is, taking the ACT Aspire. And then when you're taking the exam, it'll tell you which question you are of however many questions that we have total. Within the screen, there are different buttons and different features, different tools that you're going to be utilizing. One that often students miss is if there is some kind of reading passage, often it will be beyond just one screen. You'll notice here this black bar is a scroll bar that allows you to read the rest of the passage. So it's something that can be easily overlooked. Just make sure that you notice that if you see that bar, there's more text below. There'll be a question of some sort over here. Your answer's over on this side. At the top is after you take a look at a question and you give an answer, the blue button here is what's going to navigate you to the next question. If you've navigated into the test, you can always use the other arrow to back you up a question. There's the review question bar, which allows you to see all of the questions within the exam. Here it says there's 14. There are 13 I have not answered. I've just answered one. So that's there. You can always take a look at where you are at, as well as bookmarking. Let's say as I'm taking this test, this one I want to come back to. Either I don't know the answer or I want to review it before I'm done. I can click this bookmark. And then if you'll notice when we go to the review, this bookmark here just tells me that that's flagged there. So you can do that at any time. Up here is your pointer tool. This is the one that's basically going to use for most of your multiple choice answers. But there's also an answer eliminator. That X there allows you, if you want to kind of work through a process of elimination, say, no, I definitely know it's not A, you can click that on there. And then if you think, oh, wait, maybe it is, you can click it again, and then it disappears. So I've gone a little bit further in the exam. I'm now on question 5 of 14. I just want to show you what this review looks like. Again, if I click that, I've answered question 1 with a bookmark. I skipped question 2. I wasn't sure about that one. Question 3, 4, and 5, I've answered. You see that that circle has gone away, and down here it says I've 14 questions, 10 of them I haven't answered. I've answered some of them so far. So that's a good way to check your progress. Again, you can use these blue buttons once you've answered a question to go to the next one, or the one to go to the previous. The last tool that I wanted to show you is when you take the math exam, there'll be another tool that'll appear up here. It's a calculator. Now you can bring your own scientific calculator with you to take on the ACT Aspire exam. However, you'll also have this one. It's a fully functioning scientific calculator within the exam itself and functions just like any other calculator. So that's another tool available for you within the testing environment. Okay, the next thing I'd like you to do is walk you through some of the different types of questions that you may encounter on the ACT Aspire. The first one and the most common one is a multiple choice question. So here I am in the reading exam. Again, notice this particular part has an extended passage, so I'm going to use that bar to go back and forth. Multiple choice questions are really straightforward. The question is here, your answers are below. You'll notice when I navigate over these dialog buttons, a finger comes up. I can click the answer if I think it's C, and then I click to the next one. Second type of test question that you'll see is a fill in the blank. Here I am in the English exam. So for a fill in the blank question, it's saying here that there's a highlighted text in the essay that may or may not be the right word to use. So read the passage and choose the word from the pull-down menu to complete the sentence. So I knew that glaze would waterproof the vase and I'm going to say minimize problems with germs and odors. So that fill in the blank here is just a drop-down menu of one you select. Drag and drop questions is a third form of questions that you'll see. So a drag and drop question might be something like this. In this case, this is in the science exam where you're going to literally take one of these and move it over into one of the blanks. So dragging and dropping where I think has the lowest viscosity to the highest. And again, you can randomly do this or do it in the order that you think. If at any point you think, oh, I want to go back, you just move the items back out, whether they're words or symbols, whatever the question may be. So that's a drag and drop. Another form of the drag and drop might be here with this table, and it's asking you to graph each bar line. So again, it's just simply clicking with the mouse from your trackpad and pulling it up. If when you're taking the ACT Aspire, you'd like to bring in your own wireless mouse, you can do that, or wired mouse. We won't provide those for you. You can use your trackpad on your Chromebook, but you can bring a mouse with you if you'd like, if that's a little easier to navigate any of these testing features. Question type number 4 is order of answers. So there might be different formats for this order of answer questions, kind of a variation of the drag and drop. Same again, you're going to click on one, move it over if you think that's going to go there, and move it to this side. That's one version of the drag and drop. Or another version here is within the English exam. Again, it's asking you to complete the phrases to complete the sentence properly. Again, I'm just showing you the features, so I'm going to click this here. I think that goes there, this goes here, and over there. If let's say I change my mind, I can drag it back up to the top because I think the order of answers is this way, and then work the answer options into the way that I think is right. Fifth type of question, short answer questions. So here I am in the math exam. The question in here has up here about Liam is making chocolate chip cookies. The recipe calls for 1 cup of sugar for every 3 cups of flour. Liam has only 2 cups of flour. Now you'll notice that in this question, like a lot of them, there's actually 2 questions that they're asking you. So you just click into the dialog box. You'll notice that you have 1,000 characters. And so you start typing here, Liam should use, and then finish your answer. And then you're going to want to do another part of your answer for the second question. So that's a version of the short answer. The last type of question is the essay question, and this will actually be the writing exam for the ACT Aspire that we'll take on Thursday. And the writing exam will look something like this. They're going to give you a prompt and then a space to write below. You'll notice this time you have 10,000 characters to fill. And so then when you begin your typing and it'll fill in, it'll be your one prompt for the writing exam. Okay, those were the types of questions. Last thing I want to show you is a website to a practice ACT Aspire exam. It is tnactaspire.org. And the site has all 5 types of tests for practice testing. You simply go to the website, type in the name of your exam you'd like to practice, followed by the capital letters EHS, which stands for Early High School. And then the password for all the exam is ACT Aspire. Please take some time between now and next Tuesday, maybe even right now if you have time still left in homeroom. Go to the site, which I'll go to in a second, and practice on some of the sample questions that they give you. We're going to be also using this site in homeroom next Monday to practice prior to actually taking the ACT Aspire. That practice website is tn.actaspire.org. Let's say I want to practice the math exam. I'm going to go, my username is math, EHS. Password is ACT Aspire, all one word. It's going to take me to the early high school math practice test. I'll click start, and then I can begin my practice exam. It's a great website. Check that out before we take the ACT Aspire next week. Thank you for listening to the screencast as part of our important preparation for the ACT Aspire exams next week. Practice and prepare for your performance. We got this, North. Thank you.